Hey Muppet fans, I am Joe Hennes.
I'm Louie Pearlman.
I'm Matt Wilkie.
And we're here on Hollywood Boulevard. We are going to be looking through the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There's over 2,600 stars right below our feet, 1.3 miles long. That means there's got to be a lot of Muppet connections. So we're going to find as many of them as possible, starting right here with Kermit the Frog.
Pearl Bailey, Muppet Show guest.
Muppet Show guest star Rita Moreno.
Mickey Rooney was in the Muppets because he's a big star and also nepotism.
Muppet Show guest star Mac Davis.
William H. Macy appeared in It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas.
Alec Baldwin was the star of 30 Rock, where Kermit had a cameo.
Florence Henderson also appeared on The Muppet Show.
Grover sang Superstition with Stevie Wonder on Sesame Street.
Mike Myers appeared on Sesame Street.
Alistair Cook hosted Monster Peace Theater. I have the wrong one. This is the wrong one.
Ethel Merman, Muppet Show guest star.
Placido Domingo sang with Placido Flamingo on Sesame Street.
Kermit the Frog appeared on Reading Rainbow with LeVar Burton.
The Muppets guest starred on Goldie Hawn's special, Pure Gold.
Liza Minnelli appeared on The Muppet Show and in Muppets Take Manhattan.
Hey, it's Bernie Brillstein, Jim Henson's manager.
Christian Chenoweth played Miss Noodle, Mr. Noodle's sister. It's a weird name. It's a very weird name.
Joan Rivers put way too much makeup on Miss Piggy in The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Roy Clark, Muppet Show guest.
Dudley Moore appeared in Miss Piggy's Hollywood, and we're in Hollywood. We're the Muppet star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Alice Cooper appeared on The Muppet Show.
Billy Joel was on Sesame Street.
Danny DeVito appeared on Sesame Street.
Penelope Cruz was in The Muppets Most Wanted.
Carol Burnett danced her heart out with Animal on The Muppet Show.
Danny Kaye was the Toon Clam player from The Muppet Show.
Bob Hope was a Muppet Show guest star.
Don Rickles was on Muppets Tonight.
Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome to Joel Gray from The Muppet Show.
I'm gonna reach out and touch Diana Ross, who's on The Muppet Show.
George Burns did The Muppet Show.
If just one person believed that Bernadette Peters was on The Muppet Show.
Kermit filled in for Larry King once.
Arthur Godfrey appeared in a sketch with the Muppets on The Ed Sullivan Show.
Pee Wee Herman made a cameo on Sesame Street, and Sesame Street made a cameo on Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Cloris Leachman was a guest star on The Muppet Show.
As was Jim Neighbors.
Richard Pryor has an iconic cameo in the Muppet movie.
Charles Durning legit tried to kill Kermit the Frog in the Muppet movie.
Gilda Radner, guest star on The Muppet Show.
Rich Little was a master impressionist who was on The Muppet Show, and right now I'm doing a master impression of Joe Hennes.
Orson Welles was in the Muppet movie. He helped the Muppets sign their standard rich and famous contract.
Amy Adams, star of The Muppets.
Lassie appeared on The Jimmy Dean Show with Rolf the Dog.
Ellen DeGeneres was on Sesame Street. Reese Witherspoon was on The Muppets, and Pharrell Williams was also on Sesame Street.
Julianne Moore fell in love with the Count on Sesame Street. Julia Louis-Dreyfus appeared in the Sesame Street's 25th anniversary special, and Angelica Houston starred in the Jim Henson Company's The Witches.
Dabney Coleman, Muppets Take Manhattan cameo.
The Muppets made many appearances on The Ed Sullivan Show, and now I'm on Ed Sullivan.
Jason Bateman was on the TV show The Muppets.
And Jim Parsons was in the movie The Muppets.
Oops, it's upside down. Neil Patrick Harris was on Sesame Street and is a huge Muppet fan.
Quentin Tarantino had a cameo in Muppet Wizard of Oz.
Uncle Milty was on The Muppet Show.
And here is Celine, who did a cameo in Muppets Most Wanted, duetting with Miss Piggy in the song Something So Right.
Vincent Price was terrifying on The Muppet Show.
George Hamilton was in the fantastic Miss Piggy Show.
John Belushi was on Saturday Night Live with The Muppets, where he coined the term mucking puppets.
Guest on The Muppet Show and one of Jim Henson's biggest early influences, Edgar Bergen, we salute you!
Bennett Cerf was Chris Cerf's dad.
Michael Keaton starred as Jack Frost in the Henson Company production, Jack Frost.
Patti LaBelle sang on Sesame Street. Peter Fonda was in a special Sesame Street Christmas!
Vincent Price was on the Muppet. Oh, we already did this one. I guess that's Vincent twice.
Christoph Waltz of Muppets Most Wanted notoriety. Miss Piggy was on Dolly Parton's short-lived sketch show Dolly, which was a huge influence on me as an 8-year-old boy.
Art Carney was in Muppets Take Manhattan and The Great Santa Claus Switch.
Telly Savalas of The Muppet Movie.
Andy Williams was on The Muppet Show.
Friend of Sesame Street, Robin Williams.
Mickey Mouse cameoed in Muppets at Walt Disney World.
Did you know that John Goodman was on Muppets Tonight? Well, he was.
Paul Abdul guest starred on Muppets Tonight.
David Bowie, clearly from Labyrinth.
Pierce Brosnan, also from Muppets Tonight.
And Ted Danson from the Jim Henson Hour.
Hey, you know, one of the Bee Gees, I don't remember which one, but they worked on Sesame Street Fever, the awesome 70s album.
Lou Rawls, Muppet Show guest star.
Muppet Show guest star, star of Julie on Sesame Street, and just the classiest lady who ever was, Julie Andrews.
Raquel Welch was a guest star on The Muppet Show, as well as Christopher Reeve.
Soupy Sales was in a very rare Muppet special called The Pied Piper in Astroland.
One of my favorite people in the Muppet community is Mr. Paul Williams, host of The Muppet Show and songwriter for the Muppet movie, Muppet Christmas Carol, and Emmett Otter.
Ew, Ed McMahon appeared on Muppets Tonight.
Chevy Chase was the news reporter in Follow That Bird, and he also liked Scred on Saturday Night Live.
The Simpsons did a cameo in Sesame Street's Monster in the Mirror.
Nancy Sinatra did a live show with the Muppets in Las Vegas.
The Muppet Show and Muppet movie star James Coburn.
Jeff Bridges was on SNL with Cookie Monster. He called him Cook.
Gladys Knight was on The Muppet Show.
Don Knotts was on The Muppet Show.
Stan Lee appeared in Muppet Babies, True Believers. Little Richard appeared on Muppets Tonight.
Jimmy Kimmel's had the Muppets on his show many times.
The Muppets starred in the Disneyland attraction Muppet Vision 3D. Mel Brooks was in the Muppet movie, yeah?
Gloria Estefan, a penguin.
Mr. Rogers was on Sesame Street once, and Big Bird was on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood once.
Sylvester Stallone was on The Muppet Show.
Howie Mandel, voice artist for Muppet Babies.
Kenny Rogers was on The Muppet Show.
Lena Horne guest starred on The Muppet Show and Sesame Street.
Jeffrey Tambor was in Muppet Wizard of Oz and Muppets from Space, and Johnny Cash was on Sesame Street and The Muppet Show. Jennifer Hudson was in Elmo's Christmas Countdown.
And Elmo had a song about him sung by Adam Sandler.
Usher was typecast as an usher in Muppets Most Wanted.
Just one more thing. Peter Falk was in The Great Muppet Game.
Carol Channing was on The Muppet Show.
John the Winners, Muppet Show guest.
John Ritter played Miss Piggy in the Fabulous Miss Piggy Show.
Connie Stevens, Muppet Show guest.
Who is Charles Aznavour? He was on The Muppet Show.
George Takei was on Muppets Tonight.
Miss Piggy was named after Peggy Lee. B.B. King was on Sesame Street.
And Ray Charles here sang Being Green with Kermit.
Pointer Sisters sang Pinball Number Count.
One of the Smothers Brothers was in a special Sesame Street Christmas, but I don't remember which one.
Nathan Lane was in Letters to Santa.
Harry Belafonte turned the world around in The Muppet Show.
Gary Owens played the man from Alphabet on Sesame Street. Look at that.
Martin Landau, star of the best web series ever, Muppet Disney Drive-On.
Billy Crystal, he was on Muppets Tonight.
Liberace, Muppet Show guest star.
Whoopi Goldberg starred with the Muppets in a lot of stuff.
One time, Michael Jackson gave Oscar the Grouch a book about ghosts in a special Sesame Street Christmas.
Amy Poehler, Sesame Street star.
And another Sesame Street star, Sally Field. Muppet Show guest star, Phyllis Diller.
Roger Moore was also on The Muppet Show. Who knew?
Elton John from The Muppet Show.
Chris Rock was in Elbow Palooza.
Dick Van Dyke hosted The Muppets Go Hollywood.
Herb Alpert hosted a TV special where the character of Miss Piggy debuted.
Dizzy Gillespie was on The Muppet Show, and so was John Denver.
Guest star on The Muppet Show, Big Bird.
What?
I think he's done some other stuff, I don't know.
Really?
Maybe.
Everyone, thanks so much for joining us. We had a great time going down Hollywood Boulevard, looking at all the Muppet connections on the floor. And we're going to end here on what we think is the shiniest star in all of the Walk of Fame, Jim Henson.